Hey legends, welcome to the space for 2025. I haven't jumped on and done a video for a little while, so here we are. And I wanted to get on today and share with you about a couple of things, only two things that have come across my space in the last 48 hours, but also a little bit prior to that as well. And it's from a health perspective, so I wanted to share these things with you, and it is all around different ways to help the body repair itself or heal the body. The first thing is that I have started working with people, and you can still join in if you want to, but this year is my first year of actually teaching people some of the foundational steps in terms of what I do in my clinic and in my practice. And there's certain things that I do which I then stack on top of other things, or which are in the toolbox to make it work extremely well for people. So the last 10, 11 years, probably 11 years, I've been really honing in and practicing certain skills. And this one, the first one that I'm teaching anyway in particular, has been in my sphere for the last 8 years. So it's a technique that is designed to help the body to repair itself by calming the system down. So you start with a routine, a procedure that calms the system first, calms the nervous system. So we're going to tap into that nervous system function, calm the nervous system first. It doesn't require any kind of engagement. You don't have to physically talk about anything. It's not hard to do. It's quite simple. It's very good for you as the facilitator, the practitioner, the therapist, as well as the person receiving it, so the client, the patient, the friend, the family member. But it just, really assists. And the more you do it, the frequency of it, the greater the result, if you like. So it's in 3 phases. The first system is to calm the system. The second system is to assist with clearing out anything that might be in there, any bugs, that sort of stuff. And then the third part of that system, it's actually 4, but the third step in that gets in to help to resolve and settle pain, assist with that inflammatory side of stuff, and then the final one, if you like, seals the rest. So that's the first technique that I'm going to teach people. It includes an online certification, so you jump on, you do the online certification. You can do it as quick or as briefly as you like, and then you've got access to that for the rest of your life, basically, unless, I don't know, the internet changes or something happens. But the idea is get online, do your online certification. Once you've done your online certification, then we use the practical tools and we do it as an in-person prac. We do it in a day, and it is in person. I'm there with you, making sure that your questions are answered and that you feel confident by the end of it, to then go out and practice, because that's how you drive it into your memory. That's how you're able to do it without thinking about it. And if you did happen to lose access to the information for whatever reason, then it wouldn't matter, because you know how to do it. Your body knows how to do it. So that's the first thing that I'm going to work on over the next little while. The first prac for Western Australia anyway is coming up in March. I will set the date. And you can do the online side of it whenever you like. I'll probably pop a link on this video, because this video is going onto YouTube. So I'll pop a link on this video for the actual kit that includes the tools, which in this case is 8 essential oils plus a carrier oil and a pump for your carrier oil. There is a kit option that includes the full size of that and the online certification for free, or there is another option that is just the online certification, which you will pay for, but you will need to have the essential oils, the tools, with you when you come to do the practical side of it. There are some people that will be teaching this sort of stuff all in the one day or across 2 days. But for me personally, what I have found great success with is the online side of it. So you do it at your own pace, focus yourself, do it, chunk it down. If you need a buddy, that's fine. I can buddy you up. And then you come and do the practical side of it. So that works really well as well. So I want to roll that out across Australia as the goal for this year, starting where I live, obviously, which is WA. The second thing that has come across my desk in the last few days, last little while actually, that I've actually been playing with for 2 months is nicotinamide. Now, the body can be complex or it can be simple, okay? What you want to know is that there are many videos out there that talk about the nicotinamide receptors in the cells. I have seen in the sensor era, I have seen videos that talk about the nicotine receptors being turned back on again as a way to help people with long illness issues or long viral issues, shall we say. And I've also seen it as a way to assist people that have had mitochondrial dysfunction, and yeah, just other issues, right, that relate to what we went through over the last 4 to 5 years. So the nicotinamide receptors, or that whole system in our cellular structure is really complex but really quite simple. All you need to know is that every cell in your body has like little windscreens, right? Or has little access points. These are the receptors. And the receptors sometimes get dirty or clogged for whatever reason. And you want to be able to help your body to clean the receptors or to unclog the receptors and to then allow them to function effectively again. And one of the ways that you can do that is by using supplements which have been created to assist you with that side of things, right? The one that I have been trialing and working with is a Melrose one, nicotinamide riboside liposomal. Now, what's the go with all of that? Liposomal means that it's more easily invited into the cell, because remember I said the cell's got receptor sites on it, which are like, they're like a little valve, basically. When you learn about all this stuff in biology or anatomy, that's what it looks like to me. So you just want to clean them up. And if you can't clean them up, you want to get rid of them. If you want to get rid of them, the best way to do that is with a fast, at least 18 hours. If you can roll into 24 to 36, fantastic, because your body will chomp up and use all of the stuff inside your body that's not operating effectively. It will basically break it down and use it as fuel. And then when you start eating again, you just remember that you are what you ate, and what you ate. So, yeah, put good stuff in. So that's the second thing that I've been working through. And the reason I've been working through that is because I'm somebody who actually doesn't eat a lot of animal product. I do enjoy yogurt and cheese, that sort of stuff. Every now and then I might have some milk, but I don't tend to want to eat a lot of that. So I've been working with plants, I've been working with essential oils, I've been working with herbs and tinctures and extracts for a while for that reason, okay? I want to be able to have a healthy, strong body, but I wanted to be able to do it in a way that helped me feel happy. And yeah, being able to go down that track helps me to feel happy. And the nicotinamide assistance has been one of those things. It's really helped me to get my energy to go. And the other thing is that particular supplement, and that they call it a cofactor, but that particular enzyme as such supports or is a precursor to it's a cofactor for NAD+, which helps support energy and general well-being. So if I go back to where I first said, okay, it helps with people that have had symptoms of a foggy brain, low energy, all of that sort of stuff, which could be quite easily termed mitochondrial dysfunction, because the mitochondria is a little batteries in your body. They're in your cell. They're also in your brain. Your brain is loaded with these little guys. They look like little worms. I don't know if you've ever seen the little grubs in the garden. They got a bit of a hard shell on the outside and they sort of roll up. That's what I've always thought whenever I've looked at the mitochondrial unit within the body, because there's mitochondria in everything, I suppose. Everything's energy. But when you look at the little mitochondria and it's got all these other little components inside it, I've always just thought of those little grubs. So anyway, weird things. So I've been working through that. That segues in really well with, like I said, NAD+, which big topic. So go look at your own stuff for that. If you want to have a chat, we can. And collagen. So looking into different ways to support my body with that from a plant basis, because in my mind, it's quite easy for me to source it then if it's from a plant. Whereas if it's from an animal, then it's a bit harder for me to source it and I've got to rely on somebody else to provide it for me. Or just, I guess, go eat more fish or something. But, you know, yeah, sometimes that can be a little bit difficult for some of us. What else? There is other stuff going on, but yeah, they're two of the biggest things that I'm working on this year, is helping people to understand how to switch back on the batteries that are already in your body and how to help your system to relax in order to repair itself. Now, the third thing that I will be working on this year is with another friend, and we're doing a couple of retreats this year. So spaces for you to go away to challenge yourself. So you don't get out of it lightly. You have to do something that pushes you to the uncomfortable edge, or pushes you through the uncomfortable edge so that you can work on that part of your brain. But also, I don't know, it changes your whole physiology when you do something like that. So I chatted to a couple of friends a week ago, and one of them was sharing with me about this great podcast that she listens to. She likes Huberman, so she's listened to all of his stuff. And he's talking about that part of your brain. So I'm going to use normal language when I speak to you, because that's how I work best. I can understand and break down the complexity, make it really simple, right? So there is this point in your brain, there's a section in your brain that they've done a lot of research now. Of course, they're always researching, right? They've done a lot of research now into this part of the brain, and it is known, and this sort of makes me chuckle, right? It's known that it's quite large. This section of the brain is larger in people who are older, who have more longevity, if you like. So because people at the moment are quite interested in their aging. The reason it makes me chuckle is because I think to myself, yeah, the only reason that it's bigger is because they've actually lived that long. You know, it's like, how are they going to test it with people that didn't live that long because they're not alive anymore? Anyway, I don't want to put holes in their study, but so that section of the brain is larger for people who have done things on a consistent basis that push them outside their comfort zone. Feel the fear and do it anyway, okay? This works extremely well for the majority of humanity because a lot of them won't do things which scare them or which are uncomfortable. It also makes me remember, as a younger person, really young, watching my grandparents do crossword puzzles, learn different languages, play musical instruments, do different things all the time, because that changed their brain. They knew that would keep their brain younger. So I think they're similar. I feel that by learning something new every day and doing something that allows your mind to expand is similar to you, giving you a similar result to you doing something which triggers that extreme discomfort. So ice bathing or cold water exposure is another way to do that sort of stuff. And if you know me at all, you know that I've been doing that for the last 4 years now. No, 3 years, because I started a 5-year human experiment experimenting on myself a couple of years ago. And that is definitely been one of the things. I started just with cold showers every day. I still do the cold showers every day. It's the first thing that I do to myself. I still drink a cup of warm water with a drop of lemon essential oil in it, or I have fresh lemon in it. But yeah, there's different things that I do to my body to stress it in a way that is controllable. And there's also research now that says that not all stress is bad for us, obviously. It's how you respond to that stress and the way that you utilize it as an energy source to go about your life. So, yeah, that's the stuff that's been floating across my face for the first 21 days of the year, apart from a few crazy days with fire call out and emergency response stuff. But I guess that happens all the time, hey? So I'm looking forward to what may unravel this year. I'm looking forward to meeting some new people. It's time to progress to that next level. And yeah, the biggest couple of big things, I guess, is the teaching people how to anchor in, make sure that people actually have a really good grasp on how to do the real basic technique to help calm the nervous system and to assist the body to repair, and do it for friends and family and people that they know. You can do it as a business if you want to and generate a little bit of money on the side, which is also phenomenal because it means that you'd be touching and working with a lot more people. But if you just choose to look after your own friends and family, that's great too. Because if we can have a space where everybody can look after themselves and teach other people how to look after themselves or just look after each other, it would be amazing, right? So we've got that. I've got the nicotinamide stuff, or the nicotine receptors, and the cellular stuff in that regard, so working through that. And then I've got the retreats where we're going to push you a little bit out of your comfort zone. We're going to give you the space to retract and calm down, to journal, reflect, to work through things, to be aware of different elements around us, and to incorporate all of that into your daily life. And because it's spread across a 12-month period, it's just a really good, I feel anyway, it's a really good way to change your life. So 2025 is all about transformation and change. It's the year of the snake, year of the wood snake in Chinese astrology. But yeah, snake, what does snake do? They shed their skin and they become still a snake, but they become a complete new version of themselves. So we can learn a lot from animals, I feel, even though they are not my number one animal that I would go to. My number one animal is behind me cleaning his feet at the moment, and the other one is on the floor sound asleep. Have a fantastic day. I hope that you receive a little bit of insight from what I just shared, and if you want to know more about the online certification side of things, please let me know. I will put 2 links in the video description. The 2 links are, the first one is for you to be able to get access to the online certification. I've got a funny feeling that it's probably only going to work in Australia, so let me mull that over actually. But there will be there'll be a few links down below, okay, for different ways that you can access it. But you've got the online certification along with the tools that you need to be able to actually do the practice, and then there's the one just for the online certification so you can learn it. Have a fantastic day. See ya.